Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ijarah Maulida. Today I would like to talk about the monstrosity in Frankenstein's novel by Mary Shelley. And this purpose of this study is to analyze the topic of the monstrosity in the text, which using reader response theory. So, well, let me introduce in the introductions. Frankenstein's or the Modern Prometheus is a gothic novel published in 1818 by British author Mary Shelley. Frankenstein tells the story of a main character named Victor Frankenstein, who a mad scientist. He was born in Geneva and raised by his parents to understand the world through science. The character Victor is full of ambitions, so he makes monsters from the pieces of the dead. So from this, the monsters has hideous features, even like abnormal creations. And indeed, this topic is monstrosity. Can be shown that the monsters by victors, created by Victor. Uh, uh, then the definitions of the monstrosity was something as ugly, scary, and terrifying like a monster, that it will cause someone cannot stand to see it. Uh, Talk about the reader response theory. According to Rosenblatt, which talks about transactional reader response theory, is the transactions between the reader and the text. From this, we can take the keynotes of transactional analysis reader response. That is, there are two types of this theory. The first type is the reader acts on the text, which means the readers as can rely to creating the meaning or the topics of the text. And the second type is the text acts on the readers, which means a text is as determining factor to creating the meaning or topic of the text. Next, in focus of analysis, these aims will focus to analysis These aims will focus to analyze the monstrosity in Frankenstein novel by Mary Shelley using reader response theory by Louis Rosenblatt. In finding and discussion, I would like to talk about three analyses that I would like to convey. The first analysis in lines 1908 until 1999, based on this lines, tells that the monsters feels lonely, so he wants to be appreciated by Victor, who is the creator. The monster's hopes is Victor should be responsible, appreciate, and show the results of his creations or invention to society. But in fact, the perceptions of most people in society tends to react to Victor's finding with disapproval. Uh, in the end of this line, instead the monsters has isolated by Victor's or society, and Victor's makes the monsters life without a friendship. So from this we can conclude that the monsters will turn to a demon which frightening and haunting by Victor. So this This is the depictions of the monstrosity. Next analysis is in that line, in the three lines. It appears that the monsters will rebel against some humans who have rejected it. Then he also wanted to fight more against a victor who had formed it irresponsibly. So the monster has very strong feelings of hatred. He thinks to take revenge on Victor by taking Victor's happiness and the lives of his loved. From uh, this line, we can conclude that the monstrosity can show the monsters will to warning to victors, which the way of this third of Victor's life. So this is depictions of the monstrosity. The last analysis is that science, based on the quote above, the monsters was successful to kill Victor as his main goal. Victor's death has made his evil nature manifest. Then, from this, we can conclude that the monstrosity can be shown that the monster could act to kill Victor. From these actions, that it is the creator's sense of satisfaction of the monstrosity. Then, the end of this line, the monster's life ended happily as its victory killed its creator. Also, he also ends with the death of Victor. In conclusion, Frankenstein is a novel that tells about the main character, a young man named Victor Frankenstein, who is a mad scientist for having created monsters. Then the monster was large and hideous, so Victor exiled him. And as a result of this, uh, as a as a result of Victor's actions, the monster turns into a demon to take revenge and kill Victor because of creating him and making his life miserable. Well, this novel titled Frankenstein contains the problem of monstrosity that befall the monsters that appear in the story. Uh, that's, that's all of my presentation today. I would like to close my sections. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.